Good to see you again.
Hello and welcome to the ID Machine. Paddy, quick micro idea. Give me your best idea now.
Shoes that make you run faster.
That would be good. This is the ID Machine. Stay tuned for more. Patrick,
William?
it stinks like your Thai meatball curry. Yeah, that is.
It does. Peel back the curtain. I was pretty peckish before this episode, so I ate a Thai meatball curry. It tasted good. My God, the room smells bad.
If all my ideas for this episode are Thai curry themed, you'll know why.
I mean, if any of our ideas are as strong as the smell for this Thai meatball curry,
Oh, wow.
it's going to be a good episode.
Electric.
Get excited, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. And Will, I've got an idea for us.
I'm all ears.
You better be.
I'm also some nose and some eyes, bit of a mouth.
Just one giant ear just wandering around. See, that guy's all ears.
I'm all ears.
It's horrifying! Get the kids and run!
Everything's so loud.
It would be. Would things be louder if you were one big ear?
Well, they certainly wouldn't be quieter.
That's true. That's true. Well, this idea is not as good as being a single giant ear,
Interesting. All
but
right.
it's pretty close.
I'm listening.
Well, we're a podcast of ideas. That means not only do we need to be able to have good ideas ourselves, but we need to be able to sense what a good idea is, and we've got to be able to know where good ideas might be coming from.
Okay.
So this week, we're going to do some predictions. We're going to try and use our minds built for having great ideas and not following through
Yeah.
to look to the future, to where other people are going to follow through.
Interesting.
And we're going to predict the future in the world 2050. 2050. So that is, it's
write that down.
It's 2020 with, for anyone who hasn't, is watching us visually, you've noticed the last couple episodes, we've got into having paper in front of us.
It's a lot of
We like
fun.
writing notes. Currently, Will's note is just Thai curry that he's written on the page. But notes are fun, so we're writing those down. The year 2050, so that's almost, but not quite 30 years away. 27 years away.
I'm
What do we-
trying to do the math. And I don't know how. I've written out on my piece of paper
Will's
2050 minus 2023.
Will's drawn long divisions.
0 minus 3. You can't minus 3 from 0, so you've got to take 1. That becomes 4. That becomes 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. Good. 4 minus 2 is 2. 0 minus 0 is 0. 2 minus 0... 27 years into the future, we're about to travel.
Nostradamus. I don't know when he lived, but famously made predictions that are still coming true to this day. This is going to be our Nostradamus moment. Will,
Yeah.
we're going to just start right off the bat. What's your flavour for the year 2050? What do you feel is going to be happening? You know, like what's the future like? Cast your mind's eye forward. What do you see?
All right. I'm seeing. Everything's a
thinking
little.
noise?
yeah, it is.
Jason knows who's thinking on the toilet.
I also just pooped myself.
Wait, what? Should we pause the episode?
No, we're
Do you
all
want to go
good.
deal with that?
No. Let me. I think everything's going to be a little bit dirty. I don't think it's going to be the glitz and glam future.
Okay,
Yeah.
so a bit of a collapse of society.
Yeah, I don't want to turn this podcast into an anti-capitalist march, but I just might.
But we might need to. How collapsed do you say a dirty future? Is it that, you know, garbage men have gone on strike like they currently have in France and rubbish is piling up? Or are you thinking more, you know, society's collapsing, we're all falling apart?
I just think... I don't think it's collapsing. I also don't think garbage men are on strike.
Okay.
I think it's just
People don't shower as much.
Yeah, I just think it's a little less, I think people have less respect for the things around them. But there's a huge divide, even bigger than there is now.
Oh my God.
There is maybe an actual big wall surrounding a nice suburb.
Just a single suburb.
Yeah, like a nice area.
One affluent area. has decided-
Although, like 2050 isn't that far in the future, so maybe
No.
I'm going too extreme here. Like that's like I'm gonna be 50.
You're
What-
thinking 30, 20. Is
Yeah,
when-
yeah.
Is when
I'm
there's
going-
a great divide.
I'm going too far into the future.
Can I make some predictions?
Yeah,
then?
you go,
Okay,
because
here's-
I'm really stuck on.
Here's my thought. I think, now this is bold. I think the metaverse has taken off.
Really?
Now, it might not be literally the metaverse that Mark Zuckerberg created,
Yeah.
but I think
What?
we've got a virtual reality, like social media
Yeah.
type world that we're living in. Oh, no, not that we're all living in, but that exists.
I think it will be quite Ready Player One.
So I think we're moving towards Ready Player One. We're not there yet though, but in 2050 we're seeing the initial signs of our move to quite a Ready Player One virtual world being amazing. I do also think that might mean some people are starting to give up on the real world, and they're wanting to plug in fully virtually because
So there are some people who are fully virtual,
not who are fully virtual, but you know how Ready Player One.
but they live their lives fully.
Pretty much. They basically live their lives fully virtually. They're not doing great in the real world. Maybe because of poverty. Maybe because they just don't enjoy it. But they're living almost exclusively in the virtual world. I think virtual schools and virtual teaching
All right. Yeah.
is not... There are still plenty of schools and a lot of it's in person. But there are now starting to be, like, if you're doing university by correspondence, you're putting on a set of goggles, you're sitting down in, like, a virtual lecture room with all your other students, and we're starting to do things quite virtually that way.
I also think, as well as our real personal life bleeding into the virtual world, the virtual world will bleed more into our world.
Yes.
I reckon holograms are going to take.
Oh, hell yeah,
And
holograms.
I don't even mean that as a joke. Did you see that ABBA is performing once more, but in hologram form?
Yeah, they did. Michael Jackson did it, didn't he? A couple of years ago as well. They had a Michael Jackson hologram.
Probably.
concert.
Sounds like something you'd be into.
Well, he was dead.
Well, I heard Michael Jackson might be alive.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, apparently his son had a boat party, and there was an older gentleman in there who was wearing all long sleeve on a very hot day and a hat, and Michael Jackson is allergic to the sun.
interesting.
So, was it MJ?
So do we think maybe 2050?
He also
MJ
was
makes it-
moonwalking everywhere.
and he kept going, hee hee.
Yeah, I reckon 2050 Michael Jackson's back.
Michael Jackson comes back.
Well, actually, no, I reckon 2050 is the year of Michael Jackson's second funeral.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good, because imagine if you called that right.
That'd be crazy.
What an amazing
That'd be
shot.
crazy.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're in a virtual world. Holograms are a real
Well,
thing.
part virtual.
Part virtual world. So virtual reality's become a lot bigger, and maybe not the metaverse, but something like the metaverse
And
has really taken off.
augmented reality's become a bigger
Augmented reality. So here's my thought, and this comes from a very real experience that happened to me not 2 days ago. Sitting in the new...
Well, that's in the past, Patrick.
Sitting in the new car. You know what? Like all good people, history's doomed to repeat itself.
Alright,
I'm
yeah.
looking at my past to see the future.
Interesting.
Sitting in my girlfriend's...
Am I going to go through puberty again?
My voice was re-breaking. Oh no!
No, sorry. Continue.
Sitting in my girlfriend's mother's car. Just got a new car, very futuristic, a Kia. It was very swish,
Wow,
which you wouldn't
okay.
think of from a Kia.
No, Kia, they've got
wow,
that new logo that
Yeah.
looks like KN.
And it's goodness.
It's good.
And on the windshield, the speed you're going pops up on the windshield. So like you're driving,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like having a little pop-up window where you can see the speed and everything projected onto the windshield.
No, dude, Dad's car did that in like 2012.
Yeah, no, but this is like more intense. Like it's a full window, not just the little
Oh, it's
speed.
like Iron Man's mask.
It's like Iron Man's mask.
Whoa.
Here's my theory. Cars in 2050 have pop-up ads that pop up when you're driving. Because once marketers know it's a thing, they're going to get us.
Well, okay,
And I
here's
reckon
my legitimate theory.
that
People won't
is
be driving in 2050.
all self-driving cars.
Self-driving cars.
Yeah.
Slash public transport. Like, there's no way that there's enough cars and enough space for everyone to have a car in the future.
So I agree, and okay, this is a longer term prediction than 2050 because so here's the thing: I don't think 27 years is a short enough time span for no one to be driving anymore.
Well, I think some people will be driving, but I don't think kids won't learn to drive unless they're going into like a specialty field.
Okay, interesting.
Like the average kid will not get their license. They might get a car maybe, but it's going to be like a self-driving car.
Okay, so I like this. I think self-driving cars are going to be a big thing. I think we're going to see more and more of them.
Mm-hmm.
Long term, I agree. All cars on the road are self-driving. No one owns a car. You basically just book it, and a car just pulls up, stops, you jump in, and it self-drives you wherever you want to go. And we're going to have some sort of like lightning quick transport everywhere, because obviously, how do you do long drives? You don't need to. Bullet trains. Yes. Will, for the audio listeners at home, Will put his hand up, which is very polite of him. Never done that before in his life.
Trying something new. Do you think that teleportation's ever going to exist?
No.
Ever?
Maybe, but no. Not for a very long time. Definitely not by 2050.
Can I actually make a prediction?
Yeah.
I think by 2050, someone will have legitimately travelled through time.
Interesting.
Even if it's just incrementally?
Well,
Even if it's just at the rate that time is passing? No. Like, I think...
I don't want to freak you out. I'm technically travelling in time right now.
I think someone will have a legitimate claim as a time traveller by 2050.
Interesting.
Maybe, I'm not saying that they're going to... definitely not into the past.
Yeah, because that's impossible.
That's impossible, but going into the future, I reckon there'll be someone who has gone at least like a day into the future.
Okay. You know what? I like it. That's a really good prediction.
I legitimately think that'll happen.
Okay. Let's say you can go to the future. You can't travel back to the past, but you can go to the future.
Yeah.
Where would you go? How far into the future do you want to go? I know my answer right off the bat.
Well, here's the thing. You can't go to the future to see your future self.
No, so you've got to go past...
Like, you just haven't existed for the last couple of years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, that rules out going into the future and having sex with myself. Which means...
It does.
Which means I might go...
Try and find a time in the future where there's a real lookalike to you, and that's the next best thing. Jump to them.
No, I don't know.
I want to go to whenever flying cars are a thing. At some point, hover cars are going to be a thing, and I want to jump to
into
it.
hover cars?
I just want to see them. I want to stand on the ground and see a bunch of people driving in the sky.
I've seen planes.
No, it's not
I've
the same
seen
thing.
them.
I'm
I've
thinking
seen
of a bustling
planes.
city where you've got all the traffic, but it's just stacked.
Sounds loud.
Hover car after hover car. It's going to be horrible.
I heard a drone fly over my head yesterday.
Terrible.
It was awful.
Yeah.
It was... and that was dead on impression.
I just realised you've been clicking a pen for about the past 10 minutes, and I don't know what that's done to audio. So to anyone hearing a constant click, 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 we've given Will a clicky pen, and it was a terrible, terrible mistake.
Any other series predictions? What do you think fashion's going to be doing? I think
that's a good one. We need to... So, I think we've touched on a bit of technology.
I think people in 27 years will be wearing what we're wearing now.
Do you?
I think if from now in between 27 years, fashion will change a lot.
Oh,
but it'll end up cycling back to being what we're wearing pretty much around now.
What are people wearing now?
Like stuff from the 90s and the 2000s, which is like...
but also
which is basically 27 years.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe we're back to this.
So I think in 27 years...
So we're back to the 90s again.
We're 90s again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go for a slightly different prediction.
Alright.
I think we can agree that clothing is, and not always, but a lot of clothing has slowly become more revealing. We're getting more comfortable showing things off. Mm. So I think by 2050 we've swung all the way back. No, the other way. Oh. I think we hit a nude point somewhere around 2035.
Looking forward
we
to
do
that.
it for a couple of years and then everyone thinks we've really gone too far with
let
this.
It go here.
And by the way, because fatty foods are on the rise, none of us are in great shape. It's been tough for everyone, and we all make a collective decision that more layers is the best way to do it, and we really rug up. I'm thinking back to Victorian era, don't show the ankles. Don't show the... And you know what? Just to be really bold, we all go back, but everyone wears long skirts, men and women.
Interesting. Can I
And
wear
they're
a top
Scottish.
hat?
You can wear a top hat.
I'm
Top hats
into
for
it,
back.
man.
Everyone wears very long, like maxi skirts.
Can I have a cane? I think your Siri just spoke to
I think Siri just...
Siri.
Apologies, everyone. Siri just heard maxi skirts and thought,
Yeah, hold on.
Because by 2050, Siri's got a body.
Whoa.
Yeah, they decided having Siri as a disembodied voice is good, but
Do you know what would be tricky?
Halo, you know Halo?
Yeah.
Siri's Cortana from Halo.
But you know what would be tricky in the designers of Siri body?
Yeah.
Not making it too provocative.
Sorry, I didn't...
But also not making it
Not
unattractive. like
Siri's
but
gonna be
they
hot.
were like it has to be hot but not sexualized.
No, see, here's what I think you do, and here's how you get around it. You make Siri like a fun character. You know?
Oh, interesting.
Like a little... You know, it's like a little... an emoji's the wrong word, but like the...
Yeah.
a mascot.
Like
Siri's
a-
like a little fun mascot type character.
Yeah, like the paperclip in
Yeah.
in Word.
Yeah.
yeah.
With prediction for the future, by 2050, everyone's got Clippy the paperclip floating
Yeah.
just above their vision on the left-hand side, and anytime you try and do anything with your day, he pops up with some not so helpful tips.
Also on Word, I don't think people will be typing.
Interesting.
I think there will be text that you read,
Yeah.
but like the process of writing isn't going to be like. I think it'll be thinking. I think it'll be thinking the words.
There's like a little thing you like put on your temples,
Yeah.
and then you think, and it appears on the screen. Yeah, absolutely, like a Neuralink type thing.
Yeah, and well, isn't good old Musk doing some of that?
He's trying, yeah.
Yeah, not good
Like-
old either.
no, okay.
Bad old Mr. Musk. I reckon he's dead. By the way,
Yeah, Elon dies by 2050. Okay,
I reckon he blew up halfway to Mars.
Yeah, but he, before he died, he put in his will that he needed to be recreated in AI, and so now there's
There's just a really annoying Twitter bot.
No, Twitter's dead. Twitter's dead by 2050. I reckon Twitter's dead by 2025. To be honest
I
with you.
reckon Twitter's dead.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think it's off the website. You can't even find it anymore.
Yeah.
I think Twitter's collapsed a lot sooner than 2050. In fact, maybe by 2050. Elon Bot is doing a revival of Twitter.
Well, what
He's
do you
trying to
reckon
bring it
any of
back.
the current social medias are going to be around by 2050?
No. TikTok's pretty good.
I reckon TikTok will be around though. I reckon 27 years. I reckon that's got the staying power.
No, you're right. None of it does.
I think there's going to be a whole new way to consume
Well, actually,
media.
what do you think it is? I've now just thought what it is, and this is going back to my first prediction.
Yeah.
It's virtual reality. All our social medias and everything exists in the metaverse. You know, there's no Facebook, but there is
Walking around in a room.
Metabook.
Yeah, Metabook.
Metabook. And you can just, you're just there, just hanging out in VR.
I think Zuckerberg's dead too.
Do you? No, okay, I think Zuckerberg has become half cyborg. I think Zuckerberg...
Well, actually, I was going to say he's either dead or he's just a head in a jar.
Yeah, Zuckerberg is just like Futurama. In fact...
Or he has totally, in like...
I dropped my paper. It's fun. It's fun. No, thank you.
I think Zuckerberg has fully converted his being to just digital.
He's fully digital.
I think he's fully digitized
Yeah.
himself.
He's gone to
as
the-
like an act to be like, this is what we should all be doing.
Yeah.
Like, we should all digitize ourselves because we're killing Earth and we're not going to last.
Okay. Here's why he's done it as well.
Yeah.
Both that and because he realised the only way to have enough power to get legs into the metaverse is to go fully in. And so he's currently walking around the metaverse as the only guy with real legs.
Do you reckon that the metaverse just doesn't have legs because the walking animation was too hard?
I think so.
Yeah, I legitimately...
I think that's it. It was too, and I think we've all played a computer game or a video game that does this. You know when you've got legs and they walk, but they're clearly not walking on the environment, and it just looks weird. I think that's what happened, and Mark decided I'll just have him float.
Just have him float.
I'll just have him float, which I think was the wrong call.
I mean, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The upper half is my favorite half.
All about the upper half of people. I agree.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, lower half, who needs it?
I wouldn't be surprised if 2050 no one had a lower half,
Interesting.
real life or otherwise.
Yeah, actually, that's
Yeah.
good. Well, okay. What do we replace them? Because in my head, and I know this is weird, and I think I was building off in my head, the like disembodied, lower half of the metaverse. I was just imagining having like from here down, I've got a snake body, and I'm just popped up on it, and I just like slid up.
That's interesting. Yeah, we can look into that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to guarantee anything.
Okay.
But
What would you want if you could change your lower half to be anything? What do you want it to be?
Spider.
Spider.
I want like 8 legs that can climb walls.
That's horrifying.
Because
you've then got the big spider butt as well.
yeah, I can sting you with it.
That's probably the worst answer you could have given.
Well,
you're going to have no friends when you're just wandering.
All right, well then I
want
want orangutan legs.
Well, that's just human.
No, they're hairy.
Hairy, and they can grab
and they're
stuff better.
shorter, and they've got really good toes.
That's right. I mean, monkey legs are essentially just human legs, but more effective.
Do orangutans have a tail?
No. I have no idea. I
think they don't.
I think they're similar to gorillas. Like, they might have a little small nubbin.
Yeah, they got like a tail bone.
But no big tail.
Gotcha.
But again, any zoologists out there, don't hold me to that.
What animals do you reckon are extinct?
Most of them.
Yeah, I reckon.
Most of them.
I reckon we've just got like one animal per category. Like we've got one for land, one for sky.
Oh, for sea. I thought you meant like one dog, one cat, one no.
No.
Literally one animal.
Yeah. Oh, maybe not like we've got one dog and with cats are gone.
Cats are gone. Yeah, for sure.
We've got dogs. We've got we don't have horses. We just have bigger dogs.
Yeah.
We've got a hawk.
Okay, I like hawk.
We've got a dolphin, but it's a slightly more vicious dolphin.
Yep. Is it also an edible dolphin, or is all seafood done? Actually, we can't be eating animals if we've... That's why all the animals are gone. There's a hunger strike. Everyone starts eating all the animals. We decide to stop
That's
with one
the opposite
left.
of a hunger strike.
Not a hunger strike, a famine.
That's the opposite of a famine. That'd be a seafood. If we're eating so many fish...
No, because we start to run out, so we start eating everything.
Got you.
So we start eating, we've all of a sudden no cows left because we ate them all. So we start eating anything. Finally, someone says stop when there's a single land, sea, and sky animal left.
Yeah.
And we all
that's
go
all
to
you
the
need anyway.
You only need the one.
You only need the
one.
So just to recap.
Yeah.
Everyone has a snake bottom.
A snake bottom.
Elon Musk is dead, as is Twitter.
But
he's a Twitter bot.
He's a Twitter bot. Elon's a Twitter bot for a non-existent platform.
Zuckerberg is fully in AI. He's the first. He's the first person in the metaverse with legs.
Yep. Metaverse is huge, by the way. Metaverse is massive.
That's the future of entertainment and social.
Yep.
Everything's a little bit dirty.
Everyone wears full-length skirts.
Yes, to cover our horrifying snake body.
Our horrifying snake bottom.
Yeah, no toes or ankles to be seen.
No toes or ankles to be seen.
I get to wear a top hat and a cane.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, sounds like a pretty good future.
Utopia. It's a utopia is what we've
I can't wait. Do we think flying cars exist yet?
Nah. No shot. I don't think...
we can't push it.
Can I be honest? I don't think flying cars are ever going to exist.
I do. You know why?
Why?
Because the reason why humans invent is because we want to create something. Enough people want hoverboards and flying cars.
Not the saying at all.
That's my saying. I just invented it. Why do we want holograms? Because holograms have been around since like the 1970s, 1980s sci-fi movies, and it sounds cool. So people are like, let's try and do holograms. Enough of us have talked about flying cars. Someone's going to do it eventually.
I think if we were going to do flying cars, they'd already be done right now.
No, because we don't have an efficient enough energy source to keep cars constantly airborne. First, we need like fusion energy or something. Once we get fusion energy in a car, in a small battery that can power a car forever cleanly, then flying cars become a real option.
Yeah, all right. Well, if we get onto that fusion energy stuff,
you know what? Fusion energy also exists. That's my final big prediction.
Oh, all right.
No more fossil fuels. Fossil fuels
are
out. We're green.
But it's a little bit too late.
But it's too late, and the planet's pretty fucked.
The planet's it's hot.
Hot. Oh, also, obviously, the environment totally cooked. It's not looking good at all.
Paddy, we're down to one of each animal. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
But I'm thinking it's obscenely hot or obscenely cold. There's storms
Yeah.
and natural disasters
Yeah,
everywhere. I think a lot of coastal towns are now underwater.
I don't reckon they're underwater so much as they are
reckon
just
underwater.
like inconveniently wet.
I reckon say goodbye to New Orleans. That's gone.
You reckon?
Yeah. Yeah, New Orleans is going to be the first.
Did you hear that New York is sinking?
New York sunk. New York is Atlantis by 2050.
Yeah, that's confirmed.
Yeah.
I can confirm that pretty safely.
Look into the future. Yeah.
And I think that's the picture of a great
I think we've
future.
done pretty
Any
well.
last bit of ones you want to get in there?
No, but what I do want to know is where do we save this so that when 2050 rolls around, it's easy for people to find and access.
Well,
'Cause
you
I
want to
think-
know where it's saved, Paddy? It's saved on ideamachine.pod on Instagram and TikTok, and it's saved on Idea Machine on YouTube, and the Idea Machine on all your podcasting platforms. That's where it's saved.
Nice. Okay.
And if you want to share the predictions with your friends, just send them to any of those streams.
So yeah, do send them soon though, because as we discussed, I don't think any of those will exist in 2050. So find us while you can.